Welcome back, everybody. In, I think, 2015 or 2014, I can't remember, one of those years, I met Darren Criss in New York because he was in a Broadway play. And he's one of my favorite actors and singers and performers. Well, this is quite a late video, but in November last year, I met another one of my favorite actors, I guess. If you watch the TV series Hawaii Five-0, you'll know who Alex O'Loughlin is. You might also know who Alex O'Loughlin is regardless, even if you don't watch the series, but that's probably just the place you're most likely to know him from. So, yeah, I met Alex O'Loughlin. How did it happen? Let me take you back to November 2017. Me and my best friend had decided to go to Hawaii for a holiday, and very expensive holiday. We saved like crazy, but we really wanted to go because, I mean, Hawaii, it's amazing. What we didn't realize though is that every single year, Hawaii Five-0, I guess, they do this event on Waikiki Beach where they screen I believe it's usually the first episode of the season, and they kind of have like people come watch it on like the big screen on the beach, and they had the actors come out, say hello, like it's kind of like an event basically on the beach. And that usually happens in September, but neither me nor my friend had like any clue that that existed or whatever. And what actually had happened in 2017 was that they cancelled it in September because there were some kind of scheduling conflicts, I guess. And what happened is they didn't have it. They were not supposed to have it at all. And then it was actually when we were in Hawaii that I was either on Twitter or on Tumblr, I was somewhere, and I saw like a tweet about it or like an article about it, something about it that said there's gonna be Sunset on the Beach, which is what the event is usually called, with Hawaii Five-0 on, I can't even remember the exact date, but it was when we were there. And I was like, what is this? What? So yeah, we found out about it and we're like, okay, well, we have to go. We'd already booked to go to Kualoa Ranch that day, but that only went on until like 2 p.m. or something, and Sunset on the Beach was at like either 7 or 8 p.m. But we're like, okay, well, we've got to go. We love the show, and it'd be so cool to watch an episode on Waikiki Beach. Insane, right? So since we were staying in Waikiki area, we were kind of around the beach a lot, and we could see the people setting up and preparing for the event. And we had a rental car, so we could hear people talking about it on the radio. It was insane. We were super excited for it. But since we could see the people setting up for it, one day I walked up to the man who was working there, and we got to chatting, and I asked him, you know, how early would you say you should come to like get a good enough spot to see everything? And he was like, oh, you know, people will usually start gathering around 12, around midday. And I was like, ooh, okay, well, we can't arrive until like 3, 4, 5 p.m. So we probably won't get a good spot. But I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It'll still be cool to like watch the episode, maybe see some stars from like far away. It'll still be cool. So I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It'd still be great. So on that day, we went to Kualoa Ranch as we were supposed to, and my best friend was the one driving because I didn't have my driver's license yet. And so we were there. It was super fun. We did some activities. We went on a jungle expedition and we did zip lining. It was awesome. And then we're gonna hop in our car and drive back to get to Sunset on the Beach. And that's where things started going wrong. So my best friend, she doesn't like driving. She's a fine driver, she just doesn't like driving. She's a nervous driver. And obviously we don't know the island. It's our first time on the island, so the only thing we have to navigate us is Google Maps. But the issue was that we'd only downloaded the maps onto my phone, and we didn't download them onto my friend's phone. So we had only one phone to rely on for navigation. So we were driving back, and somehow we missed an exit. I think I said it a bit too late, or my friend just didn't turn fast enough. Whatever happened, we missed the exit we were supposed to take for downtown Honolulu. Yeah, so we could get to Waikiki Beach. And if you've ever been in Hawaii, sometimes missing an exit means you have to go around the entire island, almost the entire island, to get back to where you needed to go. So what happened is we missed that exit, and my friend, instead of taking the next exit, she just kept driving. And I was like, oh no, because what happened was my phone redirected us. But the quickest route back was to go back almost entirely right back to the ranch, which is up the top of the island, and then back down again, because there weren't any other exits to like turn around and go back. We couldn't do U-turn or anything, like we were on a motorway. So we're like, great. So we were stressing. We're like, we're definitely not gonna get there early enough. We're definitely not gonna see anyone. We're definitely not gonna meet anyone. We were so annoyed. So I was like, okay, grand. So my phone was struggling. My phone was dying. It was on like 15% or something. So I was zooming in on the map, trying to like memorize exactly where we have to go. So like in case it dies, I could like still direct us back. And it was so stressful. So we ended up going back up to the top, and we're like pretty much going exactly the same way we were at the beginning. And I was like, okay, we need to go there. And we ended up taking the exit that we were supposed to take, and that's when my phone died. And I was like, oh. The only thing that saved us was that I have a good memory and good navigation skills, because I could remember how to get down to the parking that we needed to get to, which was like a restaurant that we were at the other day. So I directed us down, even though my phone died, and it was so stressful. We got to the parking, we parked our car. I wish I could remember what time it was, but it was later than we intended to be there. It was like 5 or getting up to 6. I honestly can't remember, but it was around that time. And we managed to park, and like we changed, and we were like speed walking almost to the beach. And the thing is, we parked at like close to the Hilton, which is like left side of Waikiki Beach, and Sunset on the Beach was happening like on the complete opposite side, which was like a 10-15 minute walk. So that was an added stress. So we end up getting there, and as we're approaching, we see that like, you know, it's got a lot of people there, but it's not super packed. And there was some space on the left, like people were sitting down, they had like chairs, like beach chairs and everything. But I was like, why don't we, instead of sitting there, why don't we like walk around? Because they had like metal barriers around it for like the VIPs. And I was like, there's some space on like the right side. There's like maybe a crowd of like 2 people in front of it. Why don't we just go to that side, and we can be like right by the barriers, and we can also sit down and still see through the bars if we want to watch the episode. And yeah, so we went over and we met some like really nice Hawaiian girls. We got to chatting. They were really cool, and they told us lots of places to check out while we were in Hawaii, and it was really cool. And they let us like stand right by the barrier as well, and we saw a bunch of people, and a bunch of the actors actually, you know, they went around the barriers and like said hello, and like it was so chill because there really wasn't that many people at all. So you ended up being able to just stand there, and like the guy who plays Duke, the police officer, the sergeant on Hawaii Five-0, his name is Dennis Chun. He literally just like walked past us and like chatted to us for a second, and we told him that, you know, we're from Ireland and all that sort of stuff, and he was super nice. So we saw him, and then the guy who plays Kamikono's cousin, Flipper, I think. I don't know his name in real life, but he came around as well. And we saw Taylor Grubbs as well, who plays Gracie on the show, and oh my god, she's so grown up. It's ridiculous. Like, from the first time I saw her on the show, she was so tiny, and now she's like grown. It's crazy. But we saw her as well. Scott Caan didn't get off the red carpet, but neither me or my friend really expected him to. Alex, on the other hand, he was super nice. He was so nice. He was there, you know, in his classic suit and lei. He was so cute. He did his bits on the red carpet, as he had to like some interviews, some chatting, and then he came around to like all the barriers, and he walked around them, and like he took photos with everyone that wanted photos, and he signed people's stuff, and he was so nice. And he got to us, and we told him that we're from Ireland, and he was super nice about it. And he took a photo with my friend, and then he took a photo with me. I'll probably put it in here. I took my photo on my phone, I think, and my friend took hers on her like big DSLR camera, and what she realized was that it was super zoomed in, so she only like took a photo of like her nose or something. So she like asked him if she can take another photo because of that, and he was so nice. He took another photo with her, no problem. Like, he was so nice, and like he walked around to like all the other people, and like to our left, like a bit up, was like some people who had come from Australia to see him, and they had like an Australian flag, and like it was so nice. And like he like didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do it at all, but he still came around to everyone. He said hello to everyone. He signed everything. He was so nice. I have some footage of him as well, so I can show you that here where he signed some stuff. But no, like he was super nice. And basically what they did at that event was they invited veterans to be VIPs. So basically, if you were a veteran, you could just come and sit like where all the stars were sitting as well. Because I believe the event happened on Veterans Weekend. Yes, that's right. So, you know, they were invited, which was very, very nice of them, I think. Before they screened the episode, they then had like a bunch of speeches. The writers of the show spoke, and Tulsi Gabbard spoke. Alex spoke as well, and like they were all super nice. They, you know, thanked Hawaii for being so welcoming to their show, for allowing them to film the show there, and you know, the politicians thanked Hawaii Five-0 for filming there and, you know, showing the beautiful island to people from all over the world. And then Alex, you know, he thanked the veterans, and he thanked the people in the army who helped him, you know, develop Steve and his character. It was so, so nice. Like, the general atmosphere was just one of like gratitude and love, and it was just super nice. And then we saw the episode, and it was a great episode. It's just one of the episodes. I think it was like somewhere in the mid-season episode of Hawaii Five-0, but it was still super cool. Me and my friend were not caught up at all, so we kind of didn't really know what happened before, what happened after, but it doesn't really matter. It was still super cool. And while we were watching the episode, actually, the Hilton fireworks go off every Friday, I think at 8 or 1:45 or something like that, but they went off behind us, like in the other part of the beach, and we could see them, and that was super cool. And then after the episode, they had some musical acts. It's so random because they had an artist that I've listened to before and that I really, really liked. They had him play. His name is Philip Phillips, and he did a bunch of his songs, and he was super good. But it's just crazy because he's just such a random artist. I would have never, ever, ever expected to see him at that kind of an event. But it was super cool because, you know, he's a great singer and he has some really, really cool songs. So it was a really cool experience, and it was so, so nice. And it's very nice to meet celebrities that are super nice and take the time to say hello to everyone and sign stuff and take pictures. You know, they don't have to do that, and it's nice when they do. So yeah, thank you for watching. I am going to New York in July, and I'm going to see Matt Bomer in a Broadway play, and I can't wait because he is one of my favorites. Like, he might be my favorite actor, so I really, really can't wait for that. I don't think he has had many chances to showcase his talents. I think he is a fantastic actor, so I can't wait to see that. He's in the play with Zachary Quinto, Jim Parsons, Andrew Rannells, and some other people. I can't remember the names, but it's called The Boys in the Band, and I can't wait to see it. And I've seen pictures, you know, he comes out and sees people afterwards, so I'm going to try and get a photo with him. I don't know if I'll record anything, but I can't wait. I really hope I can meet him and say a few words to him because I think he's great. So watch out for that video in a few months' time. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.